at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members.
This is cool. Let's go.
Head down.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild it. We have the technology. This is our fortress. This is where we make our stand.
Hillary Clinton, last night, said that the Make America Great Again movement, again, MAGA, Make America Great Again, same slogan that Ronald Reagan used, slogan that is identifying 75 million American voters, probably 100 million actual supporters at the very least, a huge portion of the country, a majority of the country, you could certainly argue. Hillary Clinton not only called our movement a cult, but then said that we all need to be officially deprogrammed, put into camps. We've reached that stage of the desperation. Watch.
Very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. Mm-hmm. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen. And
a formal deprogramming of the cult members. This should not surprise you. This is where all authoritarians and totalitarians lead. This was what was predicted, of course. What I would call one of the only true prophets of our era, George Orwell, 1984. This is the ministry of truth. You're not allowed even the thoughts in your own head. This is where they will inexorably go. Thankfully, in our current era, what this means is desperation. They do not have the power to do this, nor do they have the right, nor do they have the capacity. This is desperation. They are seething with it. Total, complete bitterness. Hillary Clinton, this is effectively like going to your ex that you broke up with and like sending a "hey, what's up" text to them. She's never gotten over it. She's never gotten over it. All of it. She ties it all together. This can go back to Jim Jordan, because Hillary Clinton did lose in part because of Benghazi and Republicans exposing her actions there. Hillary Clinton did lose in part because she spoke about her fellow Americans like this. It is amazing how, if you read the Communist Manifesto, the goal is division. The first goal, item A, number 1, in the first 2 pages of Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, is to divide the people against the church, family against family, mother against son, father against daughter. Divide, 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 divide. You cannot take power. You cannot seize power when people are united, when they have a common heritage, when they have a common faith, when they have a common belief that our government should be small and small enough to drown in a bathtub, as Grover Norquist famously said. You can't seize power over an institution like that when you're unified. And so Hillary Clinton and the entire Democrat Party, by the way, has been on this tirade for years. We can go back to Barack Obama's election in 2008. It's nigh on 15 years ago, where they have been taking the conservative, Christian, working class, vast majority of the country and dehumanizing that section, dehumanizing us. And you can see in Rwanda, you can see in South Africa, you can see tales of this throughout time, what this all leads to. Obviously, World War II is a great example, also Mao's China. Hillary Clinton describing Trump supporters.
Combination of reasons, and it is emotional and psychological, sees in him someone who speaks for them. And they are determined that they will continue to vote for him, attend his rallies, wear his merchandise, because for whatever reason, he and his very negative, nasty form of politics resonates with them. Maybe they don't like migrants. Maybe they don't like gay people or black people or the woman who got the promotion at work they didn't get. Whatever the reason, Make America Great Again was a bid for nostalgia, to return to a place where, people could be in charge of their lives, feel empowered, say what they want, insult whoever came in their way. And that was really attractive to a significant portion of the Republican base.
Ooh, man, did you hear it? I love it. Did you smell the sulfur on that woman? John Podesta's emails actually say that Hillary Clinton is starting to smell. Do you know that? John Podesta's emails were all hacked, and one of his emails was like, she's really starting to smell bad. Ugh. Ugh. Hillary Clinton, such an evil, evil witch. Did you hear her say it? I love it. I love this era. I love that they're all in mass mental decline, which is what happens, right? When you worship Satan, you begin to just decay in front of our eyes. Did you hear it? Make America Great Again appeals to a time gone by when you could just think and do what you want. When you could say what you want. Yeah, actually, Hillary Clinton nailed it. Can I put that on a t-shirt? True. Yes, true. And that's why you've always hated this movement, isn't it? You've always hated it. You've always hated it. Before MAGA was a word used in the nomenclature of American politics, the zeitgeist of American politics, Barack Obama famously came up with his own pejorative for you and me, bitter clingers. You do remember.
People have been beaten down so long, and they feel so betrayed by government.
Well, it's not surprising then that they get bitter. They cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them, or a way to explain.
Saying the same thing Hillary Clinton just did. Same thing Hillary Clinton said in 2016. It's the same message. At its soul, it's a Marxist message. We mustn't unite with these people. We must divide. We must dehumanize and then deprogram these people. Hillary in 2016.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
No, racist. Maybe they don't like black people. Oh, by the way, hey, black people, I got hot sauce in my purse. Is it working? Oh, man, what a clip. What a clip. Hillary Clinton on The Breakfast Club. What do you always carry in your purse? Hot sauce! Are you saying that just because we're black? Is it working? That the clip exists. It's real. It's not a Saturday Night Live sketch. It's real. But Republicans don't like black people. Really? Were you the ones who called them super predators? What about Joe Biden? You know, your current resident at the White House. This is a man who famously attacked a young black man named Corn Pop because he had too much pomade in his hair, called him a slur, misgendered him, called him Esther by his own admission. And then when they decided to fight, he went and got a rusty razor blade and a chain to try and kill Corn Pop. That's one of the many, many racist things that Joe Biden has done. You support Joe Biden, don't you? Joe Biden called Barack Obama clean and well-spoken. It's storybook, man. Said you couldn't go to a Dunkin' Donuts without an Indian accent, man. Joe Biden said that poor kids are just as bright as white kids, man. And Joe Biden also did a Hitlerian speech with a blood-red background with the military flanking him. and said this about 75 plus million Americans.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence.
That's so good. It's like they promote authoritarian leaders with the blood red background and the military standing behind him as he puts Donald Trump in prison. Is irony lost entirely on these people? Do they have is there any modicum of humor left in the world? Irony? Anything? Anyone? Joe Biden, man. I mean, it's incredible. Marry who you love. You're not allowed to marry who you love. Well, that would have stopped your marriage, right, Joe? When you married another guy's wife? Oh, yeah, you don't like people hearing about that, do you? That you were married when you started cheating on your wife with Jill Biden? And Jill Biden was married? Okay. You're the entire story of your relationship is a lie. Nah, don't like hearing that story. Joe Biden wants to marry who he loves. Just changes, Doesn't matter if he's already married at the time. So is she. Anybody who can be the babysitter of Hunter Biden. Yeah, keep that kid away from the powdered sugar. So I would never lie to you. People want the Hillary Clinton hot sauce clip. Of course, executive producer ALX is going to be able to have that clip at the ready. And so I just did an impression of it. It's worth watching. Again, please.
No more questions? They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now, listen,
yes.
I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah.
Hey, black people, I do a thing you like, I think. Is it working? Oh, my God. And Hillary Clinton's the one that's like, they're racist. Come on. Okay, lady. All right. Okay, lady. We have you talking to super predators in your own words. Got it? They're losing. They're losing. This is the move from soft power to hard power. You only do that if you're desperate. You certainly don't do that as your first act. You do it when you're authoritarian and you're panicking. And that's what we're facing.